The reason I'm making this video is because I'm bothered by how you all refuse to blame Victor Wembanyama for anything. You all keep blaming De'Aaron Fox for the reason they lost this game. If you can name the top five reasons of why the Spurs lost this game, De'Aaron Fox missing that layup at the end is not even in the top five. Like, you all refuse to blame Spurs fans, and the NBA refuses to blame Victor Wembanyama for anything. Like, did Wembanyama get criticized as much as Fox did when he literally threw the ball off Stephon Castle's back in game one and they gave up game one? No. You want to know why? Because you all refuse to hold Victor Wembanyama accountable for anything. Last night, Victor Wembanyama shot 8 threes. Victor Wembanyama is 7'4". He's the leader of this team. He shot 8 threes last night. Spurs shot way too many threes. They shot them early in the shot clock. We all know that. And their best player on the team contributed to that a lot. He shot 2 for 8 from 3 last night. He shot 57% from the free throw line, I believe. And if I'm correct, he shot about 36% from field goal from the field. Victor Wembanyama played terrible. Your best player choked, and really would have been a historic win ended up turning into a historic loss. This is the biggest choke job, and it starts from the top. If winning starts from the top, so does losing. This is a choke job by Victor Wembanyama and Coach Mitch Johnson. You got a situation where your 7'5" center just refuses to play like a center. He just wants to play like a 6'5" shooting guard. He doesn't want to play like a center. This guy refuses to make plays in the paint. If you look at why they lost game 2, what was Victor Wembanyama doing? He shot a jumper when he should have been in the paint. Somebody like Castle or De'Aaron Fox probably should have shot that jump shot that he took, and he should have been in the paint to clean it up. What the Knicks did in this game is what the Spurs should have did in game 2. That's one thing I got to say about Victor Wembanyama. Number 2 is how he threw that ball off Stephon Castle's back. Nobody's talking about that at all. And last night, like I said, I already talked about all the three-point shots he took. He also, when he was guarding Brunson for that three-point shot, it's like, again, he refuses to play like a center. Why are you out on the perimeter guarding Jalen Brunson as if you're some kind of two-guard? That play should have been Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox double teaming Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson would have got trapped. He could have tried to pass it to somebody. And Victor Wembanyama would have been waiting in the paint for anybody that Jalen Brunson tried to throw that ball to. He would have blocked their shot, contested the shot inside the three-point line, and he would have ran to the paint and tried to grab the rebound and secure the win for them. He didn't do that. Why? Because, like I said, he refuses to play like a center. He wants to play like a two-guard. Jesus, and even in the very last play of the game, the offensive play again, where's Victor Wembanyama? Not in the paint. Nowhere to be seen in the paint. He's literally outside on the three-point line when you have your rookie of the year last year. He was rookie of the year last year. Stephon Castle, your shooting guard, is in the paint and he's trying to make a game-winning play. The best player on that team, is supposed to have the ball in their hand to win the game. The Knicks did it. They gave it to Jalen Brunson. The Spurs did not do it. They tried to give it to Castle. Again, Victor Wembanyama wasn't in the paint. Again, that is the reason the Spurs lost last night. That is the reason the Spurs lost this series. That's the reason this season is going to be a failure for the Spurs. The Spurs had the biggest choke job in the history of the NBA last night. And I do not blame De'Aaron Fox. I blame Mitch Johnson, their coach, and Victor Wembanyama, their best player. And I was even watching takes like on ESPN, and people were saying like, oh, De'Aaron Fox is the point guard. He's the floor general. He's supposed to be doing better and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, where was all this energy when in the Western Conference Finals, when it would be after halftime or it would be after a commercial break, and everybody wants to show clips of Victor Wembanyama sitting on the bench, bringing his teammates together, and he's huddling up his guys, and he's got his long arms around all of them, and he's yelling, and he's galvanizing the troops and all this other stuff, and people want to talk about how he's leading the team. But after the night, you all want to blame De'Aaron Fox for not doing that. Either Victor Wembanyama is the leader of the team or he's not. Like, pick one. Okay, and all that inexperience, he's young and all that. I don't want to hear it because when he's doing good, you all want to say, oh, he's doing good. But when he's doing bad, you don't want to blame him for anything. You don't want to blame him for anything. You all haven't blamed Victor Wembanyama for anything. And like I said, that play by De'Aaron Fox last night was not worse than him throwing that ball off Stephon Castle's back in game one. That was not a worse play. That was a bigger error by Victor Wembanyama than this was to De'Aaron Fox. And in addition to that, they blew a 30-point lead for crying out loud. And not even in a whole game. They blew a 30-point lead in the second half. And you all aren't blaming the coach or the best player at all. You aren't blaming them at all. It's pretty ridiculous. I can't believe it. To me, blaming saying De'Aaron Fox is the reason you all lost this series is pretty ridiculous to me. I think a lot of the blame goes on Victor Wembanyama, and even more than Victor Wembanyama. If you want to blame anybody, I'll say blame the coach. I think winning starts from the top. Losing also starts from the top too. Yeah, that's just kind of my bone to pick. That's my opinion on it. Let me know what you all think.